Okay. Well, I know I haven't posted in a couple of weeks, and that's because I'm having a really hard time. I have had 2 friends of mine die in the last 2 weeks, and I've been trying to wrap my head around this whole thing. One of them is a guy I've known for 9 years, and he committed suicide. It's been quite a traumatic thing for me. I still don't really believe it yet. Sometimes I just find myself crying out of nowhere, and sometimes I'm like this, where I feel numb and I feel emotionless. I just feel like I'm in shock all the time. I have been having nightmares every night where I've like ripped my bed sheets off, and I've had to completely redo my bed several times. I feel like he's been watching me sometimes, and that story is so crazy. I can't even believe it would be like a movie, like they would make a movie about this. I don't like that my life could be an HBO TV series. I know it sounds like it would be fun, but let me tell you, it's not. So when the time's right, I'm gonna make a video about him, but because it's about suicide, and I know his family is not really telling everyone how he died, I'll just leave out his name and his photos, but the story is something that needs to be told. Okay. So last night, I found out my friend Trish died. You know, the bird girl. You've met her a couple of times if you follow me. And, you know, I kind of knew this was coming. She is a heavy drinker. She is a chain smoker. She smokes 3 packs of cigarettes a day. She can drink a half gallon of rum a day. And she won't eat for a couple of days. She just drinks right when she gets up. And she has pancreatitis and liver failure, and we've known this for over 5 years. We had a really big scare about 5 years ago when we had to take her to the hospital because she was just peeing on herself and not eating and just would collapse. And she was really out of it in the hospital for months, and I thought she was gonna die then. And somehow she came back to life, pretty much, and she was never the same. You know, she used to be a very fun person. When I first met her, I met her 16 years ago. She was like the cute blonde Barbie, you know? She had the wonderful 5-bedroom house in Camas, Washington, a very nice upscale area. She drove a Jag. You know, she had a wonderful German Shepherd dog, and she was fun to hang out with. But the alcohol pretty much destroyed her. And I think she had dated a couple of guys that really broke her heart, and she didn't know how to handle that. And she started drinking more and more. And I think she just used alcohol as a coping mechanism. And she started just getting mean, became a really mean person. She would make up awful stories about people. She made up the most awful stories about me to the point where I would have to cut her off for a while and couldn't talk to her. She would get in fights with strangers in public. You know, she made it seem like she was dating her bird. You know, she made me take all these photos of her and her bird, Mr. Charles, and it looked like they were a couple. It was kind of weird. So I just started feeling like she was mentally ill. And I even told her that, and she thought I was being mean, but I told her that because I was worried about her. And I know that I just tell you how it is sometimes, and some people don't like it, but you know, I don't tell you anything you don't need to hear. Many years ago, she had let me film a really nice video talking about her health condition. And it was really powerful and really eye-opening. And I never finished it because we had a falling out. And I just know how she changes her mind, kind of like my sister does. You know, they're all for it, and then they actually watch the video and then they change their mind. Well, I don't want to invest, you know, hours and hours and days upon days of time into something that I'm gonna have to pretty much throw away. But I always knew that when this day came, when she actually did pass away, that I was supposed to make a video about her and explain how alcohol can really just ruin a person, and how anxiety can, and depression, and all of those things. So when the time's right, I'm gonna be making that video and showing all kinds of fun footage. You know how I like to film everything, so I got a lot of interesting videos to make. I just have to find the right time and the strength in me to do it, because when you edit a video, you spend so much time staring at that stuff, you know, and watching it over and over and over again, and figuring out the best pieces to use, and, you know, does it make sense, and is this gonna run too long, and all of that. And so, especially since both of these people are people I really cared about, you know, and I will very much miss. And I just don't really believe it yet. Trish died in her sleep in her bed. She was vomiting a lot of blood, and she was dead in a pool of blood in her bed. It was so bad it sunk all the way through her mattress to the box spring, and there was blood all over her bathroom. So there will be an autopsy, but I know that she already had, you know, pancreatitis and liver failure and all of that. And, you know, that health condition aged her tremendously. She was only 45 and she looked like she was in her 70s. I had people think she was my mother all the time, and it was really kind of embarrassing, and she just never understood why people kept asking me that. And I don't, you know, I don't really want to be mean, but she just became such a mean person that it was like, sometimes you just couldn't help it. And, you know, waking up to pages and pages of mean, nasty text messages on my phone calling me all kinds of names over things I didn't even do, things that she made up. So I'm still processing this. I'm trying to wrap my head around how I've lost 2 friends of mine in 2 weeks. And when it really hits me that they're gone, I don't know how I'm gonna react. But I wanted to let you know what was going on. And all of that, I'm gonna try to figure out a little casual something around here to do for a vlog or whatever, and share more random thoughts with you or anything at all. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to talk to you about it. Something positive I can share with you is this blanket I got for Christmas. It's a nice fleece blanket that my dad got me with Creature's picture on it. Can you tell it's Creature? I think he got it on one of those websites where you know, you upload the photo you want, and you can put it on a blanket, a t-shirt, a mug, you know, that kind of thing. We got Creature over here giving himself a bath. So there's Creature. It'd be cute if he was doing that on his blanket, but then I guess we wouldn't be able to see the face on the blanket then. I went to Victoria's Secret semi-annual sale, and they brought back some of their discontinued perfumes. So I'm giving this one a try. Very Sexy Now. It's kind of tropical. I'm liking it. I've had this one years ago, so I'm giving it a try again. It's called Love is Heavenly. And they only had it in this size bottle at the store I went to. And I really love this one. The holiday perfume, we've talked about it. You know, Bombshell Glamour. So I bought a second bottle of this. And this is the perfume I'm wearing today. Let's see the dent so far. Decent dent. For only like 2 months worth. But I do, you know, use different perfume too. That's okay. Things will change. things, you know, things kind of change around every 2 weeks, it seems. You know, even nature knows that. That's when you need to get your hair redone. That's when you need to get your nails redone and all of that. And player guys, they know that too. They'll stay away from you for 2 weeks, then come back and think that everything restarts. Anyways, random information. I'm gonna go through, okay, let's see here. I'm gonna look at me for a second. I'm gonna go through some of my footage of Trish from the years. We have some really cool stuff. We filmed a whole like pierogi making video probably over 5 years ago, probably in the beginning of this channel. I never posted it because once again, her and I had gotten in a fight and we had stopped talking for a while. So I just held off on posting the video. So I'm gonna go and look through my computer and find that for you and put that on here and see what other cool stuff I got,
So today we are going to make homemade pierogi. In my language we would say my będziemy robić dobre pierogi w domu. So welcome. Yeah.
Now we're going to be putting in potatoes in the middle, sauerkraut, and cheese, cheddar cheese. So we're gonna make the dough ourselves. So if people don't know what a pierogi is, how would you describe it?
There's a whole bunch of different kinds. There's some with fruit. So you get the flour. I've never done this by myself, so or I've ever done this with anybody, but so it's dough and then you put the insides and fill it up and then boil them and stuff.
It's kind of like a
it's a European food.
It's kind of like a pot sticker.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Or dumpling type thing.
So right now we're chopping up onion. Not too big, not too small. Kind of like medium size. My eyes are getting a little watery, but okay. More butter. A little bit of milk.
No. I just didn't expect the dough to take so long.
This would be better. So we're about to start on the dough.
So I'm kind of worried about this dough. All it is flour, egg, water, and salt. And it's supposed to set. So it's in the fridge, so I'm hoping that it's gonna work, because if not, then we're screwed. So let's take a look. It is kind of thickening up. But still not too convinced.
So we have the potatoes with the cheese, some pepper, onions mixed up. I prefer to do yellow or white onions. And then over here we opened up 2 cans of sauerkraut and a little bit of pepper with some onion cut into pieces. And we're doing this, getting it ready, and now we're going to work on the dough. So, okay, here we go. We really don't know how to make the dough, so we're trying. I'm calling Poland. My parents just left yesterday. So hopefully they'll wake up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I don't want to screw it up. I really don't. We really tried and are trying.
I know. Well, I don't think it's ready, but
well, we're just gonna try one. Maybe once we roll it. Just try one. That's all we could do.
I don't think this is gonna work. I think this is not, but it's really sticking to this, and it's really just like, it's really not, I don't think it's ready.
Really?
Well, yeah, look what's happening in my hands.
Oh my.
I did say to set for 30 minutes. We did that. I did what we're supposed to do. I don't know why.
You know what? I should.
You know what? We just can't have a cooking show. I don't think.
Ugh.
Oh, great.
Yeah. It's actually. I think we got it. I do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. I think we're missing something though.
Salt.
I did salt.
Welcome to Aunt Suzanne's Cooking School.
This looks more like it, just that there's something missing. I don't know.
My special guest today is
Oh, God. Let's just call the store and see if they have pre-made dough. I'm getting cranky.
Well, it's in the middle of the night. I kind of think we're kind of screwed on that. We'll have to figure out something else to do with it.
I don't know what to do with it though. I don't know. Bread's not gonna work. Quesadilla things aren't gonna work. I don't know.
Well, I mean, this is definitely like a what not to do video. Like, yeah, like do not do
This
this.
is embarrassing.
Don't do this.
This
This is really embarrassing. All right. So,
Oh, that's what it's supposed
see,
to
yeah,
look
so I
like.
think I got it to work now.
See?
So what we did was we mixed the new type of dough with the old type of dough, and then I mushed it all up and then put a ton of flour on my hands, and now we've gotten it going. So at least we haven't wasted everything.
Yep.
All right, this is probably not gonna be enough dough, so I'll have to keep doing that and hope it works again.
Okay. Well.
right.
All right. Let's do it. All right. It's supposed to be boiling hot
It is
though.
supposed to be boiling. Okay, so I think I got one together. I put the middle in the dough. It says to drop it into boiling hot water. I don't want to burn my hand on this.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
What, like a minute or
It
something?
says 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I already put some random dough in there to see what would happen.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good.
we'll make another one. We'll see what happens.
Okay, sounds good.
So let's see.
We'll
I'm
try.
gonna take this.
Maybe we should make them a little more round or something. It'll.
Well, I
don't
just
know.
want to see if this works. So I'm gonna take something like this.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it, can it? All right. Then we're gonna take the mashed potatoes, sauerkraut, onions, cheddar cheese, and put it in the middle of this thing. I'm gonna close it up with the dough, pinch it tight,
Mm-hmm.
and then when it's pinched tight, I'm gonna drop it in the boiling water and leave it in for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if this works. It's been an interesting experience, but we're coming along.
I know. I got back pain now.
All right. I don't know if that's closed enough.
Oh, I just tipped an egg.
You're
Oh.
All right. I don't know if it needs to be flat or.
Mm,
Do you think
I think it looks good.
it's not gonna burst open?
I don't think so. As long as it's surrounded with the edges, you know what I mean? I'm not making sense right now,
All
but
right,
you know what I mean.
Let's try it. Let's get it going.
All right, let's try this. All right, we'll be back in 3 minutes. Whoa! Are you
Oh,
okay?
yeah, it's fine. I just
Okay.
slipped and it's funny. They're done. They're just a little bit randomly weird looking, but that's okay.
That's a big one. It's a good one.
Oof. We just need a strainer thing at the bottom.
I know.
So they're finished, and people often eat these with sour cream on top. So we're now going to try the finished product.
Yeah. Good.
Mm-hmm.
After all that work.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna have some?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay, everybody. Well, have a good day and night. We'll be back sometime.
Very tired.
Very, very tired.
How does it?
I can honestly say, I've had a lot of these. These are one of the best. Honestly, I'm being completely honest. So,
Say something. Say good night or goodbye in Polish.
dobranoc każdy. Mwah.
So I feel like Trish has been visiting me as a spirit, okay? And she's been giving me little signs. And this is the one I can film and show you on my Ring camera. Neighborhood alert. Lost pet bird. That's funny. Lost pet bird. I know that's Trish letting me know she's visiting me. Because, you know, spirits, I don't know if they can do it in really obvious ways. Because they don't have a body anymore. But thank you. I appreciate it. I got the message. I know you're watching me. I know. I know. I don't understand why things have gone the way they have to. I just wish things didn't end the way they did. We didn't even get to talk, and we left on bad terms, but maybe you'll look out for me a little bit. I hope.